o'clock, we'll open up our February 21st regular session. Please silence or shut off your cell phones if you would, and join us in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Melanie, is there any deletions or additions to the agenda? And I think I have the right one today.
No.
Okay. So, first item we have is public comment. Public comment can be anything that's not on our agenda. So if there's any public comment, we'll take it at this time. No?
Well, we spoke to both of you, I guess. Do I go on the record at this point, or what? What do you think?
You're more than welcome, Mike, if you have anything, any concerns you want to bring forward, or just point out to the Board of Commissioners during public comment. We just take it under consideration.
Publicly, I'd like to say that concerning the solar project on West Side Road, the 90 acres of Denise project, or Platt, I guess it's going by his name, that there is extreme opposition to it. I understand now that I'm preaching to the choir when it comes to the commissioners, which is was a concern of everybody that I've talked to. They wanted me, if I was going to come to the meeting, to find out where you all stood publicly on it. I can pass that out. I will pass out information concerning when the solar folks are going to be here. You said March 5th, I believe.
So just a correction on that. Let me make sure it is the 6th. Is
Oh, March 6th?
The 6th. Another thing, the State Energy Siting Council, EPSEC, will be here to give an overview of the commissioner's role as advisory.
Just the commissioner's role.
The commissioner's role. The developer, the solar developer, to my knowledge, will not be here. But this is for EPSEC, the state, to come give an overview of the role of the commissioners as an advisory committee.
So, Commissioner, as we've discussed before, on all land use issues, the normal way it goes through the county is
Yes.
the applications go into the planning department, to our planning director. They go before the planning commission,
Yes.
and depending upon the outcome, we can get involved in those as if they're appealed to us, the decision the planning commission makes. This is completely new.
My understanding, what the state of Oregon, 09, 010, somewhere along there passed legislature, when something like this, of this certain size, it goes beyond local control, like to the state.
Yeah.
Cut off, I mean, this is a excess, my official letter stated 5,127 acres, I believe, but it's 5,100 plus. I don't know what point the cutoff is when it gets out of local control. But this is apparently so large that the state's now involved.
Yeah.
Our concern out there, locally, when do we, as neighbors, in opposition to it, with facts, be able to come before this committee and voice our opposition to it? Do we have any say-so locally as neighbors to it?
Yes, there's opportunity to be able to send letters to EPSEC through a process. They will have public meetings. Don't know exactly where, when, or who they're going to be. We'll get that information on that overview on the 6th. But you do have an opportunity through their process to be able to put your concerns in writing to them.
Do you have that information that I can take away today and pass this out as far as addresses, emails, and that?
It is on the letters that you guys as adjoining owners received.
Yeah, Kellen.
Yes, I can't pronounce her last name
Yeah,
either.
same here.
So that is the
That's the
person.
contact
That's
people.
contact.
Okay,
One landowner plus the commissioners had already requested for at least an informational meeting by the developer here locally. That hasn't been said that it's gonna happen for sure, but the request has been put in. But absolutely, anybody that has concerns, pro or con, or factual information, or whatever needs to get it to Kellen or
Give
the
that
state.
information on the letter.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, and Melanie's supposed to be getting some forms after this meeting for the public to be able to use also. Am I correct on that, Kellen?
On the 6th, Council.
To Kellen.
Oh, you won't have it until the 6th? Okay.
But I tell you what we can do, Melanie can follow up and see if those are available before then, just to let the state know that there's a lot of people very interested in this.
Can I get with you on, I can give you my email and all that, and get on the mailing list to stay, you know, I'm kind of like the point in the spear at this point. I've talked to a lot of people in the last 72 hours in opposition to it, but myself and my neighbor showed up here today. That's the term I'm using because everybody else is busy feeding their, you know, it's farming community, so I'm trying to get out of here with as much information as possible to pass on to other people in the days to come, so.
So, Mike, have you guys gotten your corrected letter? I know some people.
Yes, I got the initial one for the north end,
Yeah,
and now they sent me the corrected one for this Friday. I got it Thursday, I think.
well,
And it stated it was a corrected, first
Right.
one was a mistaken mailing.
they did not have in there all that information about how to send in your comments, where to and everything in that letter.
Just to her, this,
Yeah,
all comment, there's an 800 number and I believe an email address, but this other, what do you call it again, the committee to decide,
EPSEC,
EPSEC, that wasn't in the letter, that's not,
I think they say a notice of, there's an acronym. It's all, I believe, the same.
okay,
This state is one that
there's better
that
than
is going through.
All right.
Yes.
All right,
I apologize, this is the first EPSEC process that we've been through. So
Well, it's
that's
nice to
that's the reason
know-
why we requested for the state to come give us an overview of the role of the advisory committee.
your advisory committee, yeah. Ken did tell me that you guys were advisories only, basically. And it's nice to know that questions I got asked last night and this morning by other people, where the county, where the commissioners stood on it. Not that there was any threats made, but they were,
well, Mike, you
The
know,
one that-
and I don't blame anybody for wondering, but if they've been paying much attention over the last 12 years, because we've had solar, we've been very clear that we have lands that are suitable for nothing else, pretty much
About that.
that's solar, and that's what we've supported, that's what our land use
Scat
plan-
Rock Ground, 100 acres, 1 AUM, that's a
Well-
perfect prime.
That's what our land use supports and everything else, and when you come to farm ground, it's like, no.
No, hands off.
I mean, it's
Very good.
just that clear.
Good
So,
enough. All right,
So, are you done?
I'm done, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want to get with you after, I guess, after the meeting then. All right.
Yeah. All right, thank you for bringing that forward.
You bet.
As Commissioner Shown says, a productive farmland is not where we desire for any solar to be
We draw the
developed.
line, okay.
So, all right, running just a couple of minutes behind, I'd like to open up the fee hearing it's actually 10:08, so we'll officially open up the hearing. These are on fees, new fees at the fairgrounds, table fees, and rental fees. And I don't have them in front of me if anybody requested them. At this point, is there any comments on the proposed new fees? And we'll leave that open for a little bit longer. So moving on down the agenda. Well, the first item, we can probably delay that till this afternoon, cat, skid steer, and planer head.
well, those 2 hours.
At least 2 hours. Kevin, come on up, sir. Thank you for showing up today. I think we probably got through it without you, but I'm glad you're here.
I just want to make sure to see you.
Just want to make sure.
Yes, we're always glad to see you.
So yesterday, we had an overview of the proposed purchase of cat skid steer and planer head with some trade-in of some, which is now some pretty old equipment from
Some older equipment that is in need of some repairs, and while we have value in the asset, we need to make a move. This skid steer supports a lot of the preservation and maintenance that the county's going to have to transition into over the next years with the lack of timbers.
You know, Kevin, we kind of jumped over it fairly quick yesterday. I mean, you gave us a good overview of this proposal, but we, you know, once again, for that famous record, for $4,500, essentially, because of the lack of value that we could see in the two trading pieces of equipment, we're getting essentially, as you said, a 2016, very few hours, a very good piece of equipment.
Yeah, this piece of equipment is like new. Attached, I was trying to see, there was a lot of information that came attached to the actual, it'd be the sales agreement, and it's not, for whatever reason, it didn't copy over on the back, but when, especially with Caterpillar, but with all equipment, they give you a complete assessment, and everything on this piece of equipment is literally like new. And we studied it pretty hard, so. And like I said, the equipment that we're exchanging, if you will, in the event that we keep that equipment, it will just continue to lose value. Cost us in maintenance and future repairs, so.
Well, if there's no other questions, Commissioner, I'm going to make a motion. I'm ready. We approve the purchase of and trading with the purchase of the cat skidder and planer head as presented by our road superintendent.
I'll second the motion. Motion's been made and seconded to purchase the 262D SSL cat skid steer and planer head. Financial impact will be after trade-in $4,500. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Did we need to, now I have discussion, did we need to acknowledge any rule
Oh, yeah.
under rule?
It's attached.
Yeah.
It's attached, isn't it?
Yep.
So we probably should go back and make sure that you're.
So I'll amend it under exemption rule 8.
And so I'll second that. Exempt rule 8, motion be amended. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
Is there 30 seconds for just a road department update?
Absolutely.
Only just to reiterate and mention to the public one more time about the April 9th start date for Dog Lake. So April 9th, traffic, our trucks, all of those things will be moving and back and forth.
April
Maybe
9th.
Jimmy can highlight that in the
Mr.
paper.
Schultz, did you hear that?
April 9th, Dog Leg Road will be shut down for
Well, I'd
work
like
to,
we can say unofficially it's shut down, and maybe that'll hinder some of the traffic, but no, it's gonna be constructed under traffic, so.
Yeah, there will be some minor delays for people traveling through that.
coming down Annie Hill,
We most likely will utilize Andy Hill as,
telling them to double nickel, that's the speed limit out there.
similar to last year.
Yeah. I wave at most of the guys I know and so, but when they go by,
Yeah, but when you wave, you're smiling.
no, I'm waving with the full hand.
Oh, okay, Mike.
Just to note that April 9th is the start date, and I know that time of year, there's people that need to get to their permits and different things, so
Yep.
we'll be working there.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you,
That's
sir.
great. Thanks, Kevin.
Next item, we have resolution 2017-17. And this one is,
Landfill closure fund, and Kevin talked about yesterday.
oh yes, okay. So,
Thank you.
Yep.
thank you, Kevin. So, would entertain a motion on the resolution?
I would make a motion that we approve resolution number 2017-07, matter of landfill dedicated fund.
I'll second the motion. Motion
Didn't
is
have any
made
water
and seconded
before
to
good.
approve resolution 2017-07 as presented. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Senate Bill 1513, we had Walt Lawton before us yesterday, done a very good job representing the county, looked very nice yesterday. So we have that to act on today. And this resolution is for tax break for people that a spouse has fallen under the line of duty in public, fire, and law enforcement. It does not include BLM and Forest Service, but it does any municipality or county within Lake County. Correct? I did that right? So, would entertain a motion. You want me
You
to-
have it in front of you, why don't you?
I'll make the motion. I'll make a motion to approve in the matter of a resolution concerning a tax exemption for the homesteads of surviving spouses of certain public safety officers to be approved.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. So Melanie, I believe it may have to have a resolution number. Don't they have to, do they have to have a number, Commissioner? Do you-
I thought so.
I know on ordinances and everything they do, so we might check on that, that it's ready to sign, and we make that number part of record if it's required. So, still have the hearing open. There has been no comment. Is there any comment on the hearing on the fee ordinance this time? I'm going to close the hearing at 10:16, and thank you, Melanie, for the note to make sure I stay on task. And so there will be one more that's closed for today. The hearing will be opened again at our next meeting. The law requires 2 public hearings, so it's on, been advertised and it's on our agenda for, is it the 6th or is it the 7th? 7th in Christmas Valley. Okay. And let the record show no comments received today. So we'll jump to the second amendment to the Oregon Health Authority. Melanie, did you get any response back from Charlie or anybody else?
Not yet.
So Commissioner, we haven't got any response back from Charlie.
I think we should go, I mean, it's what it is. I think we should go ahead and.
It's routine.
Yeah, approve it.
Okay.
I'll make a motion, we approve the second amendment to the Oregon Health Authority for the 2017 through 2019 intergovernmental agreement for the financing of mental health, substance use disorders and problem abandonment services agreement number 153127, and that is a budget reduction of $2,500.
$2,500, correct. I'll second motion. Motion's been made and seconded to approve agreement number 153127. Further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. We have minutes, and the minutes are February 2nd, February 6th, and
January
February 7th.
January 2nd.
Which one?
January 2nd.
I thought it was February. Is it January?
January. Oh, sorry.
The month prior to February.
I'm reading off the same cheat sheet you got.
Oh, I told her I didn't need one of those. So January 2nd.
Is that a motion?
Yeah, move to approve January 2nd, February 6th, and 7th as presented.
Second?
Motion's been made and seconded to approve said minutes. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. We are down to, Charlie, did you have any department updates, or you just here to,
I'm just here to say.
just enjoy some comfort and friends?
Wish you would have actually been here yesterday. We had a good discussion on the budget process. It won't affect you greatly, but it would have.
I wish I would have known, I didn't know, I was busy yesterday.
Our agendas are posted in the hallway that you walk by all the time. They're on our website, and you're more than welcome to look at what's on the agenda, and we welcome you to every meeting.
That was my open door.
You definitely opened the door for that one,
It
Charlie.
did.
And you knew I was going to engage on that. Commissioner, that's everything on our agenda other than liaison updates, if you have some of
Melanie's got
those.
some.
I'm
Oh.
sorry, I have a department update.
Okay.
On the wolf
Oh.
depredation meeting.
Thank you. I wrote that down.
I should have too. Yesterday, we met with the depredation committee and we decided we would apply for monies for this next year. We're going to apply for $500 for an educational program where we can send a newsletter or pamphlet out to landowners describing the importance of getting rid of their bone piles and how just one bleached out white bone can attract a wolf. So we're gonna try to work on that if we get funded. If we don't, we might think of some other options to get that word out. And then we're also going to apply for dozer or dump truck hours, monies to up to 80 hours. We don't know if we'll get awarded any money, but we're gonna try anyways, because we've had a lot of activity lately in the aquas, but, so we did that yesterday. That's my department update.
Yeah, and thank you, because I said we needed to make sure to get that before us, then good catch. So it's $8,000 for landowners to build a leverage if we're awarded it to cover up bone piles, backhoe work and other, whatever it takes, and then the 500 for educational part of it. These dollars can only be, if we're awarded for deterrent for wolves. If there is a depredation, then we apply for those dollars later on. So we do need, I guess, consensus for Melanie to go ahead, because those dollars come through the county, so.
I concur.
Go ahead and get that grant in. Timing is great, thank you for reminding me of that, so. And just a little bit on the educational side of it, pamphlets are available through the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife. A good recommendation from Tom O'Leary yesterday was to get the mailing list, or maybe even tag on with the soil and water conservation districts, that side of it. If we don't get awarded this grant, Melanie will probably come back and we can try to find a way to pay for the postage to get that educational part out there for our landowners.
Yep.
And that's where she was sort of alluding to.
Sorry.
No, you were very politically correct, I just went ahead and said. So concurrence by both board, both commissioners to apply for that grant. Any other department updates? All right. Liaison updates.
Nothing at this time.
Yeah, I think I usually like to see those in work session. I'm going to hold off. I don't have anything. So no executive session today. So we will adjourn at 10:23.